saw the stream cut out. Whenever you turn a game off, the stream stops. Alright, yep. Sorry about that. Whenever you pull a game out, for some reason it cuts the stream off. That's one of the disadvantages of streaming directly from your console, at least for the PS4. It sucks. Everyone left. Oh well. Should I play the arcade version or this arcade plus mode? Alright, cool. Everybody's back. Alright. What y'all want to see? I mean, it's almost the same thing now. The arcade mode in this game has all the original sound effects. The arcade plus mode or the console mode that they made has different sound effects. They got different voice samples for a lot of the characters in this game. You know, I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, open. Yeah, send me that, and then, I mean, I'll just use the address on there, and then I'll just send you Metal Wolf Chaos. I think that game actually comes with a manual. Arcade Plus? Alright. Now this is a, truth be told, this game's a little easier than Kutsu. A little easier. It's weird. How come I don't have 9 credits? I thought the game you max out at 9, right? That's weird. I think on the Switch I can get 9 credits. Huh. So I pretty much like every character on here. She used to be my favorite, but I think she's my favorite now. Isn't she from Death Smiles? Isn't that girl from Death Smiles? I don't know. Can anybody confirm that? Oh, I'll pre-order the Darius collection. That collection, when it came out like 2 years ago, that shit was going for now it's going for big money. A buddy of mine bought it from Video Games New York at a MagFest last year. I think he paid $300 or $350. But this is a new character right here. She wasn't in the original. Now I have, there was a physical I had of this game before it actually came out on the Switch and PS4. I had a physical of the Korean, this game was ported to PC in Korea, and I had the Korean PC version, which is pretty much just a fucking MAME. It runs off of a MAME emulator. It's just, I don't know. Their copyright laws are a lot lax out there. A lot more lax. Tell you what though, this game's got a rockin' soundtrack. Ah. Bitch. What stick do I recommend? I don't know. You know, all I know is the one stick that I have. I'm not like a guru on arcade sticks, but I will say this: the one that I have, and there's many out there, but it's that Hori, that Hayabusa wrap. That's the one that I see a lot. That's what I have, and it plays pretty good, man. It's kind of pricey. I mean, there's cheaper options out there, but I keep looking at the microphone. I need to get a mic stand. Oh, there. What's up, man? Bitch. Got my boots smoked. Yeah, I want to see these stores that you're talking about, man. Because all I know is just the ones right around me. Now, I have a Hori Saturn stick, too. It's, God, dude, I haven't pulled that thing out the closet in a minute. Yeah, all I know is it's made by Hori, and it's, you know, it's got micro switches, and, nothing special. You know, it's not like a custom job or anything. But I'm so much a fan of the Saturn controller that I find it hard to use an arcade stick on the Saturn at times, you know? Because that D-pad, the way that thing rocks is just really, really good for shooters. That's also the reason why I have a Saturn USB controller I use for MAME emulation on my PC. You know, I could recommend that Saturn. I think it's a retrofit controller that they licensed with Sega. You know, I recommend that controller. Like for the money, you know, what you get. You know, if you're a fan of emulation, I think you get a lot for your $20. And they actually sold them at Micro Center. That's where I got mine at. Bitch. Ah. The fuck? There we go. Yeah, the D-pad. I love the D-pad on the Saturn, man. Saturn controller. Now, I never had one of those controllers that you're supposed to use for nights. It's like that 3D, that real primitive analog pad. I've seen them. They actually have some at some stores near me. I've just never used one. So how does that thing work? You notice like the little guys that are like kind of falling out of the ship? That reminds me of the dancers that come out in Dang and Feathers. Bitch. I have to play this shit on easy. I can't do both things. I can't talk to you guys and play this on arcade mode at the same time. My favorite Saturn shooter? Oh, well, since you asked, Hyperduel. Hyperduel is my favorite Saturn shooter. It's got the coolest mechanics. It's kind of weird because it's a horizontal scroller, right? But I love the mechanics. I love I like the way the attacks are, or the. I'm trying to think of the reason. There's a reason why I like Hyperduel an awful lot. It's kind of like the way. All right, you see when I throw the fireballs in this, how they kind of go to the side. If I move to the left, they go to the left. If I move to the right, they go to the right. Well, Hyperduel is kind of like that with your attacks too. They kind of trail off in the direction that you just would price. It's a fucking expensive game. It's definitely my favorite. There's so many good shooters on the Saturn. I want to get a copy of Batsu Gun. That's one I've been looking for. I got the bug out there on the street though, so it'll come to me soon enough. It just sucks playing that waiting game. You know what I mean? Alright, I haven't even played Batsu. Well, that's a lie. I've played like the arcade version, but I've never played it on the Saturn. I could have burned a copy or bought a high quality burn, but I just felt like I would just wait till the time that I found it. I'd get it then, you know. God, I dumped way too much hot sauce in my ramen noodle, but that's cool. It's like cleaning my sinuses out, you know? They say that hot pepper releases endorphins in the brain. Maybe that's why I like hot sauce so much. So what's your favorite Saturn shooter? There's so many, you know, and I certainly haven't played them all, you know. There's probably some good shit out there I've never even heard of before. Layer section? Yeah, I have, that is called, there's another word for layer section. Layer section, it's, that came out here under the name Galactic Attack, I think. And that was released on the Saturn. That's like one of a couple shooters that we actually did get released here in the U.S. Another one's Darius Guys. Yeah, Galactic Attack. Yeah, I have Layer Section, the Japanese version. I don't have Galactic Attack though. Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine. I was just thinking about that, but I did get an email from Limited Run Games. It was today. Funny you bring that up. Like apparently they're sending me some copy of some game that I ordered back in August of last year. Yeah, they're slow. There's also, like, I got emails from Strictly Limited about, like, they said they're going to send, like, custom art cards because it's taken so long to get it. Because I ordered that for the Switch, the Vita, and the PS4. I ordered it on all three. So they told me, I got an email saying they're going to send me, like, 3 art, like, special art cards they're only going to send them out for people that have been waiting for so long because they feel bad. So they said they contracted someone to do like some kind of special artwork for the Viscera collection. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, at this point I already got that shit downloaded on my Switch anyway, so I don't really give a shit. I've already, like, in my mind, they got my money all that time ago. Like, I'm over it, you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys should get those little art card things too. That's what the email that I got. That's what it said. It said for every copy you order, they're gonna send you some kind of like a ceramic art card or something, whatever that is. Tell you what, this game, even the standard, well, at least for now, I noticed that Cave, well, this is the first time that Cave did a collector's edition on a PS4 game, or a Switch game for that matter. But they always include, like, some kind of art book with every release, at least the couple that they've released so far. You know, I honestly doubt this will get a U.S. release, and the reason why is because it's not. If it might, you know, I could be way off on that, but if we did, if we were going to, it would be available for download. You know what I mean? And it's not. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. I mean, I guess there's a chance because Battle Garega was another game that M2 ported over, and we got a U.S. release of that because it was available. Like, if it's available for download, then there's a U.S. release, you know. Yeah, we do get both of those games, but they're only going to do a physical on something that's already available for download, you know. And they didn't do a Katsu, and you figure if they were going to do that game, they'd have been did that, and that came out a couple years ago. So I mean, I just, you know, if I was going to put my money down, I'd put it down on them not porting this one. But it's cool because they don't need to, because the game's in English anyway. You know what I mean? Oh god, Rolling Gunner, that's such a good game. When I saw that was out on the Switch, because I played that on, I got that on my PC. I think that came out, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago for PC. And you know, when I played it, I was kind of blown away because it kind of reminded me of Zero Gunner 2 in a way. In a way, because you can roll your pod, you can't roll your ship like in Zero Gunner 2. But you know, like Zero Gunner 2, fucking Cannon Spike or Gun Spike, I guess depending on region, you know, they all have like a similar like roll mechanic like that. Like Zero Gunner 2, only in Zero Gunner 2 you're rolling your pod. Kind of like, I guess, kind of like the way you kind of move your pod around in R-Type, but just in a different way. Gotcha, bitch. Oh god, cuts. It is, isn't it? It's so good. It is so good. I want to play the Xbox 360 port. I mean, M2 ported all. They're probably exactly the same. You know why? Because they did the port for the 360, the PS3, and the PS4. I don't know if they did the DS version though. I don't know. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look on the box and see if I see their logo anywhere on there. Because I'd be curious if M2 didn't port the DS port of Katsu. I wonder who did. You know, like who would have done that? Because it's definitely it's modified, you know, and you can tell. I mean, it's running on a DS or a 3D. You know, it's a DS game, so it's heavily modified. So I'm just curious, you know, are they using some sort of MAME emulation for that? You know, and to run on the on the DS and the 3DS? Is that what they're doing? You know, I don't know. I heard you can run emulators on there, so I guess that, you know, I guess they're just running a form of MAME emulation on the DS to get that port of Katsu. You know, I don't know, because that game wasn't developed. They're not going to develop a game like that for the ground up for the DS. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some kind of MAME emulation going on there. Alright, man, well, I hope you have a good night. I'm going to hit the hay soon myself, man. I got to get up. Get up at 5 o'clock every morning. Oh my god, guys, I watched this video. This dude's talking about, you know, that's like the state of YouTube and stuff like that. He was like, and this is some real shit, right? This dude was like, man, you know how many times, maybe you guys have a different experience, but, you know, it's just, he was pretty spot on. He was like, man, you know how many times I fucking got laid because I whipped out my video game collection? Like, fucking none. You know how many times I got laid because I fucking whipped out my Dickmeister? Like, fucking 150, you know? That's some real shit, man. I cannot think of one woman that is interested. Like, my woman thinks that this is the most boringest thing in the world. She can't stand video games, right? She just doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. She doesn't need to, you know? I've seen the type of women that like video games. They're not my type of, not the type of one I want to be romantically involved with, you know what I mean? Because if you both like the same thing, then you know, what the fuck. Yeah, you know how many times I got laid from whipping out my Dickmeister? There's a video where the dude's talking about it. His he's got a really good YouTube channel, actually. It's Face Destroyer Inc. So type in Face Destroyer. You'll like his shit. He's funny as fuck, dude. You know how many times I got laid for whipping out my game collection? Like, fucking none. You know how many times I got laid for whipping out my Dickmeister? Like, fucking like 150. Yeah. Well, mine plays games on her cell phone. I mean, if you want to count that. There's like some board game that she's been playing for months, but I don't count that as a video game. I don't know. Maybe I can get her to come downstairs and explain her dislike for these type of arcade style of games. I don't know. But she just don't get it. But she don't need to, though. For me to like, you know? Trying to focus. Trying to focus. Yeah, see my son. See, the thing is, the reason I get to keep the game collection is I'm gonna give them to the son when I get old and die. At least that's what I say. Unless I get hooked on crack or something, then I'll sell them. You know what I mean? But until then, they staying. Yes, yeah, M2 programmed the slowdown into the game because that was the way it was meant to be. It helps you. I like it. It does not bother me. Slowdown does not bother me. And that's not the PS4. That's not the PS4. That's the slowdown that M2 programmed into the game. No, it's not the hardware. I mean, that's a good thing that it's not the hardware. I would hope with a game like this, a 2D game, I would hope that the PS4, and this is a PS4 Pro, you know what I mean? I would hope that it could handle something like this. If this was the hardware, then that motherfucking PS5, we in some trouble, y'all. If the hardware can't handle this shit. You know what I mean? Alright, this is the last level, then I gotta go to bed. Ooh. Platinum? No, I don't think so. I don't know what all trophies I got for this. I think I got a few. I'm not a trophy hunter. When I was a wee lad, we didn't have trophies. But I can see the appeal though, because it's like, you know, it's on your record. And it's like your jacket, you know. You put that jacket on. You want to see? Is there a way that I could show you without getting booted from the game? Because, you know, if I go to the home screen, I can't live stream anymore. I could show you if I live stream through OBS. I bought this from Amazon Japan, so I recommend if you guys haven't got this yet, order it from Amazon Japan. I live in Maryland. I got 3-day shipping from Japan, so it's shipped in 3 days. So. Phone boost, oh god. I used to hotbox phone boost when I was a kid. get them powers. Let me get them powers. Turn into like a big psychedelic moth. Clip them wings, girl. Ah, man. This is it. I think that it's this, and there's one more boss after this. There we go. This is the character that you get when you finish the game. I wonder if there's another character other than just her, because there's like space on the board for there to be another character. But isn't this the girl from Death Smiles? Does anybody know? I'm sure it says on the box, but I can't read Japanese. I'll tell you one thing, there's DLC for cave characters that you can play on Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors, but they cost like $10 a ship though. But I think I'm going to have to get those cave characters. God! Why can't that DLC be on the fucking disc? Isn't that crazy? Something like that. And they're gonna fucking hold that shit hostage? There we go. This version is different, yes. Both versions are on the disc. There's an arcade port. It's got the border and all the settings that, you know, M2 is very famous for adding to their ports. And then there's an arcade plus mode that I believe it changes the aspect ratio just a little bit. It also these are just subtle differences that I've noticed. There's also actually, I've read this, but I've played it, so I know, you know what I mean? But there's different sound samples that they've added in. But I actually read that before I played but you'll hear it. Like, if you're used to playing the main version, you'll know, especially if you play with that girl as the cape, you'll notice that her sound samples are different. But it's not bad, though. Alright, guys, that's it. Like I said, I got a shooter video I'm going to do on the Switch. For upcoming physical shooters of 2020. You guys are definitely gonna like that. And I want to talk about Hancock's newest video, just the changes that I saw, and some of the changes that are going on YouTube. Some of the fire that got lit up under their ass and how they're responding to it. Anyways, guys, so tell them probably later on this week. I want to say maybe Saturday I'll have the video out. Peace out.